Good morning, my beautiful souls. My name is Nicole, and I'm here to help you reconnect with your light. Today, I wanted to discuss the astrology and to give you an update of the energies that are taking place on the planet right now. October was a hectic month, though the whole of 2020 has been hectic. But October, even more so, with the month starting and ending with a full moon. The full moon took place on the 31st of October, on the night of Halloween, in the sign of Taurus. Which means the fact that this took place on the night of Halloween, which is when the veil between the spirit world and the physical world are at its thinnest. So for those of us who are maybe not as perceptive to these energies, probably started feeling it a little bit more than usual. So with the full moon taking place in the sign of Taurus in the second house, what this means was that we were basically shedding light on a lot of parts of the things that we value, on our material possessions, on whatever we can own, whatever is outside of ourselves. So anything that has to do with the physical world basically belongs in the second house. So with the full moon taking place in the sign and house, we basically were starting to feel a complete restructure in terms of how it is that we actually want to live our lives, how exactly it is that we want to move through the world, what kind of things we deem to be of most value to us. Now, October was a month of deep transformation. A lot of things took place, and the full moon really brought a lot of things to light that we probably didn't know were in existence. So now with the month of November, with the energies being even more intense, because now as the full moon brought a lot of things into our awareness, there's a lot of other things going on in November which help us now to integrate all the things that we have learnt. There have been a number of planets in retrograde this year, and for those of you who aren't so familiar with the astrological terms, this basically represents a lot of slowing down. As many of the planets have been retrograde this year, a lot of us have felt the need to be more introspective and to dive deeper within ourselves and to really question the things that we want out of our lives, to really question who we are and how we wish to move through the world. So now with the sun in the sign of Scorpio, Scorpio being a water sign which is dominated by the planet Pluto, and which is all about death and rebirth. Now, the only way that there can be a rebirth is by bringing awareness to the things that we did not know existed. With the way Venus and Mars are also playing against each other, there has been a lot of difficulties in regards to relationships. We might have seen a lot of difficulties with the relationships, whether this be love relationships, friend relationships, working relationships, where we are now starting to question what it is that we truly want from the relationships in which we're in. There has been a lot of re-questioning about our values and how much we are willing to give of ourselves in these relationships. And so the first thing that comes to mind, which I really want to share with you, is that this is a time really about questioning who you are, asking yourselves what parts of your life have you buried for so long that you haven't wanted to face for fear of not being who you truly are. The masks that we have put on in order to fit into society because of all the trauma that we have experienced through childhood, where we were not allowed to be our true selves because of the conditioning, because of our culture, our family, expectations from other people. But now, the way the energies present themselves is that we are being forced to look inwards, to see how much of ourselves we are willing to give away to other people to be in these relationships. How much of ourselves are we willing to give in order to be in these relationships without getting what we need in return? So now is really a month about looking at how we can harmonize the relationships in which we are in, whether these be the relationships with ourselves, most importantly, but also the relationships in which we are with other people. Now is a really important time to be looking at boundaries and to be setting boundaries and to be asking ourselves, okay, is this relationship serving me? what can I do in order for this relationship to keep moving forward in the most harmonious way possible? So, in a sense, November is really about learning how to get our power back. It's really about learning to question the parts of ourselves that we have been hiding for so long, that we have refused to see. And the thing is, we all have dark sides. To say that we don't would be a lie. We all have parts of ourselves, and these parts of ourselves are triggered because of the emotional trauma that we have experienced throughout our lives. And because we haven't been taught to deal with this emotional trauma, we build coping mechanisms, and we build coping mechanisms which are not necessarily healthy. And these coping mechanisms, when we are dealing with other people, can be triggered in so many ways. And if the other person is not in self-awareness, then we end up just triggering each other back and forth, and this is what then becomes a toxic relationship. So, beautiful souls, all I can say is, whilst everything seems hectic, and while things may be coming to the light that you didn't want to deal with, or parts of yourself or parts of other people which may surprise you, this is a time for healing. This is a time to bring awareness into the parts of ourselves that we did not know existed. This is the time where deeper introspection and taking time to meditate and spending time in nature and doing the things that make us feel good are most important, because now is a time to recalibrate our energy and to be in the highest vibrational energy possible, so that we may truly, truly heal the parts of ourselves that we have shunned for so long, that have been holding us back. So, keep working on yourselves. Keep asking yourself the questions of what it is that you can let go of. Keep questioning which people need to be dropped away because they are not serving you, and because for too long you have pretended to be somebody else in order to be accepted by these people. Now is no longer the time. Now is the time to really focus on ourselves and to really ask ourselves, what do we truly desire more than anything? And of those things that we desire the most, how can we let go of whatever is blocking us from achieving these things? I hope that this is helpful, and I hope that you continue on this path of self-discovery, because as you do, you will continue to rediscover parts of yourself that you did not know existed. I'm sending you so much love and light on this journey, and keep working on you. Keep asking yourselves what your heart needs. Keep focusing on your needs above anything else, and don't be afraid to finally speak up and voice those needs. All those people who are unable to respect those needs and give you what it is that you need, these people are simply not meant to be. And until they can understand that relationships are a give and take, it is no longer a time to be spreading yourself thin and to be doing things just to be accepted by others who aren't serving your highest growth. Beautiful souls, I send you so much love and light, and may your day be fully blessed.